The Flight of Icarus, Part 1. In the heart of ancient Greece, where gods and mortals mingled in myth and reality, lies the tale of Icarus and Daedalus. Daedalus, a master craftsman, renowned for his unparalleled skill and ingenuity, found himself in the labyrinth of King Minos. This maze, a marvel of Daedalus's own creation, was designed to confine the monstrous Minotaur, a creature of legend and terror. Yet, within its winding walls, Daedalus and his son, Icarus, became prisoners of their own design. The labyrinth was no mere prison. It was a sprawling, complex network of passages, each turn leading to further confusion and despair. Despite his brilliance, Daedalus found no clear path to freedom within the stone walls that echoed their footsteps. King Minos, fearful of Daedalus revealing the secret of the labyrinth, ensured their confinement was absolute. Thus, in the depths of Crete, father and son plotted their escape not through the maze, but through the skies above. Daedalus, inspired by the birds that soared freely over their island prison, conceived a plan as audacious as it was dangerous. He gathered feathers, large and small, from the seashore and fashioned them into wings. These wings, held together by wax and thread, were both a marvel and a gamble. Daedalus knew the risks, but in his desperation, he placed his faith in their fragile construction, hoping they would bear them both to freedom. With the wings complete, Daedalus cautioned Icarus about the perils of their flight. He warned his son not to fly too low, lest the sea's moisture would dampen the wings, nor too high, where the sun's heat would melt the wax. These words, filled with a father's love and concern, were meant to guide Icarus safely through their perilous journey. But the young man's spirit was unrestrained, eager to embrace the freedom that lay just beyond their reach. Part 2. As dawn's first light graced the horizon, Daedalus and Icarus took to the skies. Their wings, flapping gently in the early morning breeze, lifted them above the labyrinth's confining walls. Below, the sea sparkled, a vast expanse of azure stretching endlessly, promising liberty. For a moment it seemed as though the gods themselves had blessed their escape, the wind carrying them toward their dreams of freedom. Daedalus, glancing back to ensure Icarus followed his guidance, saw his son's eyes wide with wonder. Icarus, feeling the wind against his face and the thrill of flight in his veins, was intoxicated by the newfound sensation. Higher and higher he soared, his laughter mingling with the cries of seabirds, each upward beat of his wings a defiant shout against the forces that had imprisoned them. But in his exhilaration, he forgot his father's stern warnings. The sun, climbing steadily in the sky, began to exert its influence over the fragile wings. As Icarus rose closer to its blazing orb, the wax binding the feathers began to soften. Yet, consumed by the sheer joy of his ascent, he paid no heed to the melting wax. He felt invincible, his young heart beating with the rhythm of freedom, oblivious to the danger that loomed ever nearer. Daedalus, maintaining a steady course, called out to his son, urging him to temper his flight. But his voice, carried away by the wind and the distance between them, was lost. Icarus, driven by the ecstasy of his flight and the allure of the open sky, continued his reckless climb. The sun's heat grew more intense, and the inevitable began to unfold with tragic certainty. The wax, unable to withstand the relentless heat, melted further, loosening the feathers that had borne Icarus aloft. One by one they detached, fluttering away like forlorn whispers on the wind. Icarus, suddenly aware of his peril, flailed his arms, desperately trying to maintain his altitude. But his efforts were in vain. The wings that had promised freedom now betrayed him, casting him into a spiral of despair. Part 3. As the wings disintegrated, Icarus plummeted from the sky, his cries of terror filling the air. The once vibrant feathers scattered, carried away by the same wind that had once buoyed his flight. Below, the sea, which had sparkled so invitingly, now seemed a merciless abyss, waiting to engulf the reckless dreamer. The brilliance of his ascent gave way to the horror of his fall, a stark reminder of the fragile boundary between ambition and folly. Daedalus, helplessly watching his son's descent, felt his heart break. The joy of their escape was now overshadowed by the crushing weight of loss. He could only watch as Icarus, a small figure against the vastness of the sky, fell from grace. The sea, which had once promised freedom, now received Icarus in its cold embrace. Daedalus, overwhelmed with grief, descended slowly, the wings that had carried him to hope now a reminder of his sorrow. Icarus's body disappeared beneath the waves. swallowed by the depths of the ocean that now bore his name. The Icarian Sea would forever echo the tragic tale of a young man who dared to reach too high, and a father who watched his son's dream turn into a nightmare. Daedalus, his heart heavy with loss, landed on a distant shore, far from the labyrinth that had once been their prison, but no distance could separate him from the pain of losing his son. The story of Icarus and Daedalus transcends time, a timeless lesson in the delicate balance between ambition and hubris. Icarus's flight, while a testament to human ingenuity and the desire for freedom, also serves as a cautionary tale of the perils of overreaching. The gods, in their wisdom, had crafted a world where mortals could dream, but only within the bounds of their mortal limits. In the quiet aftermath, Daedalus wandered the shores, mourning his son and the dream that had soared too close to the sun. He would continue his journey, his genius forever marked by the loss he had endured. And in the annals of mythology, the flight of Icarus would be remembered, not just as a story of daring and innovation, but as a poignant reminder of the price of unbridled ambition. Part 4. The tale of Icarus and Daedalus, immortalized in myth and memory, rippled through the ages, resonating deeply with the hearts and minds of those who heard it. Icarus became a symbol of youthful exuberance and the insatiable desire to transcend boundaries, while Daedalus embodied the wisdom and sorrow that come with the knowledge of those limits. Their story echoed the eternal struggle between aspiration and restraint, inspiring countless generations to ponder the delicate balance between the two. In the ancient world, where the boundaries between the divine and the mortal were often blurred, Icarus's fall served as a stark warning against hubris, the dangerous pride that challenges the gods. The Greeks, who valued moderation and self-control, saw in Icarus's reckless ascent a reminder of the perils of defying the natural order. The wings that had lifted him to the heavens also bore the seeds of his downfall, a poignant illustration of the dual nature of human ambition. As time passed, artists, poets, and philosophers found new meanings in the myth. Ovid, the Roman poet, chronicled the tale in his Metamorphoses, painting a vivid picture of Icarus's tragic flight and Daedalus's sorrow. Through his words, the story transcended its origins, becoming a universal metaphor for the tension between human potential and the immutable laws of nature. Icarus's fall was no longer just a myth. It was a mirror reflecting the aspirations and vulnerabilities of all who dared to dream. In the Renaissance, when humanism and the celebration of individual potential flourished, Icarus was often depicted as a symbol of the Renaissance spirit, a testament to humanity's unending quest for knowledge and exploration. Artists like Peter Bruegel the Elder captured his fall with a poignant detachment, emphasizing the indifference of the world to human tragedy. Bruegel's painting, Landscape with the Fall of Icarus, showed the plowman continuing his work, oblivious to the young man's fate, underscoring the stark reality that life moves on, regardless of individual triumphs or tragedies. The myth also found resonance in modern times, where the rapid advancements in technology and science have pushed the boundaries of human capability. Icarus's story serves as a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility, and the pursuit of progress must be tempered with wisdom and caution. His flight and fall continue to inspire and caution those who seek to venture beyond the known horizons, urging them to remember the lessons of humility and respect for the natural order. Part 5. The story of Icarus and Daedalus, though ancient, remains ever relevant, touching the core of what it means to be human. It reflects our ceaseless desire to transcend limitations, to explore the unknown, and to reach for the stars. Yet, it also reminds us of the inherent risks in pushing beyond our boundaries, echoing the age-old struggle between our aspirations and our realities. This duality continues to captivate storytellers and thinkers, who find in the myth a timeless narrative of human endeavor and its consequences. In literature, the metaphor of Icarus's fall has been used to explore themes of ambition and failure. W.H. Auden's poem Musée des Beaux-Arts delves into this, highlighting the indifference of the universe to individual suffering. Auden reflects on how, even as Icarus plummets from the sky, life continues unabated. Ships sail and plowmen toil, indifferent to the boy's tragic end. This stark juxtaposition forces readers to confront the often overlooked reality that the world remains unmoved by personal tragedies, emphasizing the isolation and insignificance of human endeavors in the vast expanse of time and space. In contrast, some see Icarus not merely as a cautionary tale, but as a symbol of the boldness required to achieve greatness. The very act of striving, of attempting the impossible, carries its own form of nobility, regardless of the outcome. Icarus's flight, though ultimately doomed, embodies the spirit of daring and the pursuit of dreams that define the human experience. His fall is not just a failure, but a testament to the courage to defy the ordinary and reach for extraordinary heights, inspiring countless individuals to dare greatly in their own lives. In the world of science and innovation, Icarus's tale has taken on new dimensions. It serves as a poignant reminder of the fine line between innovation and recklessness. As humanity ventures into space, explores the depths of the oceans, and delves into the mysteries of the universe, the story of Icarus is a reminder to balance our boundless curiosity with caution and respect for the forces that govern the natural world. It underscores the importance of ethical considerations and the wisdom of understanding the potential consequences of our actions. I hope you enjoyed this incredible story. We're eager to hear what you thought about the topic of this video, so don't hesitate to share your opinions and ideas in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here, we always dive into epic stories, fascinating curiosities, and much more. And to make sure you don't miss our upcoming videos, hit the notification bell. See you next time, and thanks for watching.